What is up, y'all? It's your boy, I'm doing another video, and in this video, I'm here to give you the results for WWE's Money in the Bank 2018 pay-per-view. And yeah, this is going to be a long one, so let's get right into it. First things first, we're going to start off with the pre-show match, which consisted of the WWE SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship, which is held by the Bludgeon Brothers, Rowan and Harper, and they went against Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Kind of confusing because there's two Lukes on both sides, but whatever, right? Match was awesome and whatever, like I liked it and whatever. It was kind of a shame it was on the pre-show and whatnot. In any case, you know, like I said, it was going to be like really brutal and whatever because, you know, you had the Bludgeon Brothers here and whatnot. The end came when Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows were going to go for their finish move, you know, the Magic Killer and whatnot. And one of the Bludgeon Brothers like hit Carl, I believe it was, and they went right into their finisher. So it basically was like a finisher and finisher situation, whatnot. 1, 2, 3, and your winner and still tag team champions, the Bludgeon Brothers. So now we're gonna go into the actual pay-per-view and whatnot, right? And the first match, I gotta be honest with you, I really didn't pay attention to it. I was like on Twitter the whole time and whatnot. And yeah, the match was Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass and whatnot. I guess it was alright, you know, like only reason I semi-paid attention to it because Daniel Bryan was in the match. I'm not really a fan of Big Cass and whatnot. But long story short, you know, your winner here is Daniel Bryan by submission, whatever. He made Big Cass tap out. That was the story and whatnot. And he tapped out pretty quick in my opinion. So, yeah, we have that. Your winner here is Daniel Bryan. Next match, and oh my god, how art imitates life and whatnot. Like I said in my prediction video, when I do these simulations or whatnot, I did Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn, and that was a squash match and whatever. That's exactly what this is. Only thing, this lasted a little bit longer, and I mean a little bit longer than the actual simulation. The simulation was about 5 minutes and some change. This was 6 minutes and some change. So, not by much. It wasn't different by much. But yeah, like I said, long story short, your winner here is, I guess, the destroyer, we could call him, because he really destroyed Sami Zayn, Bobby Lashley. Next, we have a match for the Intercontinental Championship. We have the champion, Seth freaking Rollins, going against Elias. And yeah, this was a real good match. Like, Elias went in and whatever. Like, he was fighting like he was Seth Rollins and whatever. Like, doing, like, suicide dives and whatnot. Things, like, you don't typically see from Elias and whatnot. Fortunately, like, Seth Rollins, like, hit his finisher, 1, 2, 3, your winner here is Seth Rollins, and he's still your Intercontinental Champion. Next, we have the women's Money in the Bank match and whatnot, and if you don't know the rules, it's basically an 8-way ladder match. You have to climb the ladder, get a briefcase, which in the briefcase consists a contract which states you could face the champion on your brand, and like you could face them anytime you want. So the competitors were Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Ember Moon, Lana, Naomi, Natalya, and Sasha Banks. Match was way better than I expected. Like, it was brutal. Lana shined in this match. She actually shined. Like, for those of you that say Lana sucks, no, my boy, no. She was awesome in this match. I almost thought she was gonna win this, right? But, yeah, long story short, I believe it was Becky Lynch going for the Money in the Bank or whatever, and once again, she got screwed and whatnot. And your winner here, and new Miss Money in the Bank, the goddess, Alexa Bliss. Like, yes, the 5 Feet of Fury, like, pulled it out, and she won this. Like, it was crazy. So, yeah, we have the Miss Money in the Bank, Alexa Bliss. Next we have, I guess we could call it the bathroom break, because like, it was whatever, right? Like, I really didn't pay attention to this match either. We had the big dog, Roman Reigns, going against the Maharaja, Jinder Mahal, and he had Sunil Singh with him and whatnot. The funny part about it, like, when Sunil was doing his entrance and whatever, like, you know, calling him out, you know, the Maharaja and all that stuff, he was in a wheelchair. Like, that, the whole story was Roman Reigns beating him up real bad. And, yeah, like, when the referee wasn't looking or whatever during the match, Sunil, of course, would get up and, like, cheat for Jinder Mahal and whatnot. And after that, like, I tuned out, whatever. But long story short, your winner here is, of course, the big dog, Roman Reigns. I swore he was gonna lose this, but yeah, Roman Reigns is your winner here. Whatever. Next is the match for the WWE SmackDown Live Women's Championship. We have the champion, Carmella, because Carmella is money, or Mella is money, rather, going against the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. And yeah, this was a pretty good match. Like, you know, Carmella did a little something. Asuka, like, had most of offense and whatnot. The end came when someone dressed as Asuka showed up. And like, it was crazy. Like, Asuka was messed up. Like, she was like, who the hell are you? Like, what is this? Excuse me. And, you know, Mella went for a roll up. Asuka reversed it, kicked Mella in the head, but like, she couldn't like be undistracted or whatever. She's still distracted and whatnot by whoever this person was. The person removed the Asuka mask, and it turned out to be James Ellsworth. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the internet was right about this. You know what I mean? James Ellsworth returned to WWE, which in my opinion is like, why bring him back? You're only gonna like fire him later on or whatever. Don't get me wrong, I love James Ellsworth, but they're gonna fire him. They won't have anything for him after this. But yeah, Carmella hit her super kick, you know, because Asuka was distracted. 1, 2, 3, you're winning here, and still WWE SmackDown Live Women's Champion, Carmella, with James Ellsworth. So yeah, that's it then. Next, we have a last man standing match for the WWE Championship. We have the champion, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, going against the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. And yeah, this match also was crazy. Like, they fought all over the building and whatnot. Like, yeah, they did like moves off the steps and whatever. Like, they went in on this match. It probably wasn't as good as maybe their New Japan match or whatever, if you really want to argue that. But out of this WWE like feud and whatever, this probably was the best match in the WWE feud. And you know, I know a lot of people are tired of it, but you know, like, this was pretty good and whatever. Only thing that probably would have upset people would be the ending and whatnot, where, as I said, it's a last man standing match, and if you don't know the rules, you have to get up before the 10 count and whatnot, before the referee reaches 10. But yeah, they were outside the ring and whatnot, and Shinsuke was beat up. He tells AJ, "Come on," you know, his taunt, and AJ walks up to him, pow, kicks him right in the balls and whatever, because you know that's the whole storyline there and whatnot. Shinsuke couldn't get up after that. So you're winning here, and still WWE champion, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Next, we have a match for the WWE Raw Women's title, and that is the champion, Nia Jax, going against her opponent from the UFC, Ronda Rousey. This match was pretty good, you know, for what it was and whatnot. Like, the whole story was, and the story to it was kind of stupid in my opinion, because one, they did this way too early and whatnot. They should have done this around Survivor Series and whatnot. This is only her second match. And, you know, two, you know what I mean, they couldn't figure out who was the face and who was the heel throughout this whole ordeal. So that was kind of like, eh. Not to mention the fact, the whole spiel that, you know, Ronda has the armbar submission and whatnot. And they were like playing the whole, can Ronda put the armbar on her? Which, if you watched last Monday Night Raw, she actually did put the armbar on her, number one. And number two, with her feud, her being Nia Jax, with her feud against Asuka in NXT, Asuka put it on her too. So that's the end of the story right there. Like, that served no purpose. So yeah, it was whatever. But yeah, lots of back and forth here. Ronda really proved herself in my opinion and whatnot. She like worked the crowd and whatnot. She jumped off the top rope. You know, she is indeed a WWE superstar in my eyes right now. Like, it's really soon to say because it's only her second match, but she's a fast learner in my honest opinion. The end came when she actually put on her armbar, and she had her in it for a while. Nia was about to tap out when out of nowhere, pow! Alexa Bliss hits Ronda Rousey with the briefcase. causing the disqualification. So therefore, your winner here is Ronda Rousey, but you know she didn't win the title. So that's not the end of it, because Alexa Bliss commences to beat both of them down with the briefcase. She takes out Ronda Rousey, like she's out on the floor and whatnot. She beats Nia, keep beating her in the arm, beating her in the arm, beating her in the arm. Takes her out and whatever, right? Hits her across the head a couple times with the briefcase. And then she cashes in. So right here we have a match start. So now we have Nia Jax putting her title on the line against Alexa Bliss. And you probably already guessed what happened, right? So Alexa Bliss hits her DDT, then hits the Twisted Bliss, aka the Sparkle Splash, whatever you want to call it, right? 1, 2, 3. Your winner here, a new WWE Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss. And I want to say this is a record because she's like the five-time champion and whatnot. So yeah, like correct me if I'm wrong about that in the comments below. But I believe she's the first ever 5-time women's champion in this like era. But yeah, there you go. Your winner here and still new champion rather, Alexa Bliss. And finally, our main event of the evening. And like I'm kind of surprised they ended it with the Money in the Bank match. But yeah, we had the Money in the Bank match for the men rather. And like I had said earlier, consists of 8 competitors. And you know what I mean, like it's a ladder match. You have to get up, get the contract, just like earlier. Anyhow, the competitors are Braun Strowman, Bobby Roode, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Rusev, Samoa Joe, The Miz, and a member of the New Day. Guess what? This one, the whole internet was wrong. Because everybody thought it was going to be Big E and whatnot. It wound up being Kofi Kingston. Which in my opinion, Kofi Kingston is a perfect one for this match. In a sense, I'd rather it be Xavier Woods. Because I kind of like Xavier Woods more. But I think it's more so his personality. Kofi was perfect for this match and whatnot. This match was, again, crazy. In the beginning of the match, they took out Braun Strowman and whatever because he was the one everyone was scared of and whatever, quote unquote, the monster and whatnot. But, you know, long story short, that did nothing. Because you're winning here, a new Mr. Money in the Bank, or Mr. Monster in the Bank rather, Braun Strowman. And yeah, y'all, that's the show. Personally, I liked it, not as much as like TakeOver and whatnot. I could see a lot of flaws here and whatever with the trash matches and whatever. But yeah, it was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. Like, if I had to rate it, probably like above average, you know, like not really gonna give it a number thing. But yeah, I liked it. But yeah, y'all, if y'all liked my video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Comment down below and tell me your feelings on, you know, this whole Money in the Bank pay-per-view, this whole show and whatever. And until next time, y'all, peace.